Alright, let's see here. Let's change the screen color. Make this interesting. For me at least. Okay. We're going to solve some systems of equations using the elimination method. So let's see here. Let's see if I can get my pen ready the way I want it. That looks okay for me. Alright. Hopefully that looks okay for you there at home. Let's see. We have the system 6x minus 5y is equal to negative 11. That's the first equation. And the second equation, negative 10x plus 8y is equal to 16. Alright. Okay, so the first thing that I want to do when I have a system and I want to solve it by elimination is I want to make sure that my two equations are in standard form. In other words, I have, I'll show you with my pen here, x, y, number. X, y, number. That makes my columns line up the way that I need to so that I can add them up. So the second thing I do is I decide what I want to eliminate. In this problem I'm going to eliminate the x's. In the next problem we do I'm going to eliminate the y's just to show that you can eliminate either one. It doesn't make a difference. Okay? So I want to eliminate the x's, and I ask myself first, if I take 6x and negative 10x and I add them together, will that give me 0? And the answer to that question is no. The second thing I ask is there a nice integer that I can multiply 6 by to give me 10? The answer to that is no. So that tells me that I need to multiply both equations. That's why I'm putting parentheses around them, by something. Alright? The top equation, I'm going to take this 10 right here and I'm going to put it in front of that equation, and this 6 I'm going to put it right there. Now I'm going to do a check. 10 times 6x is 60x. Off to the side I'll write that down just to remind myself. And 6 times negative 10x is negative 60x. Since they're opposites, that's what I want. They're going to cancel out and give me 0. I'm going to keep them. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and keep my work that I have right here. I have 10 times 6x is 60x. 10 times negative 5y is negative 50y. 10 times negative 11 is negative 110. Down here I have negative 60x. I have 48y when I multiply. And I have 60 and 36, which is 96 when I multiply right there. Now my columns are ready to be added, and we're always adding when we're doing the elimination method, adding the columns so that I can get some answers here. So 60 plus negative 60, eliminated. That's why it's called elimination. Negative 50 plus 48 is negative 2y's, and that is equal to negative 14. Okay? If I solve this equation for y, I get that y is equal to 7. That's only part of my answer, but I'm going to put a box around it just so I remember. Okay. Now from here, it's just like substitution. I take one of my equations, original equations. I'm going to take the one on top. 6x. Oh, I didn't change my pen color. Oh well. 6x minus 5y is equal to negative 11. Okay. And I'm going to substitute in that y that I just got, which was 7. So 7 goes in the parentheses. And then I solve for x. So I get 6x minus 35 equals negative 11. I'm going to add 35 to both sides, and that's going to give me 24. Yeah. And I divide and get x equals 4. Box it. Final answer is an ordered pair. You guys know that. 4 is my x, 7 is my y. That's my answer. Okay. If I were to graph these two original green equations, they would cross at the point 4, 7 on a graph. All right, that's what we are finding, is where they intersect. Now it's probably a good time to review the different ways we know to solve a system. There are 3 ways we know. There's the graphing method. We graph and see if the lines intersect, and if they do, wherever they intersect, that's the answer. There's substitution. I'm going to run out of room. That's okay. and there is elimination. That's my favorite method, is elimination. Sounds cool, plus it avoids fractions, so I like it. So let's go ahead and do another problem here. Let's see, we're going to make this one tough. We're going to say negative 4x plus 22 equals negative 6y. We're going to make this a plus 6y. Let's see, we're going to say negative 7y plus 14 equals 7x. That looks goofy. Let me erase that. Crap. Alright. And that looks crappy too. Alright. Whoops. There we go. Much better. That was going to irritate me. Alright, so let's see here. Never put a plus sign in front of a number if you know it's positive and you don't have to. That's silly. Alright, back to what we were doing here. Alright, first thing I want to check and see is if I have my equations in standard form. They are not in standard form, so we need to put them in standard form. Top equation. I'm going to bump the 6y over to the left side of my equation. It's going to change signs and become negative 6y. The 22 is going to go to the right, and so it's going to change signs and become negative 22. Alright, the other equation, the 7x needs to come over, so it's going to become negative. I'm going to put it under the negative 4x to line it up. Negative 7y stays put. 14 moves to the other side, so it becomes negative. Okay? So that's what I'm working with. Now I'm going to rewrite these equations because I made those arrows there. So give me a second to do that. Whoops, didn't want to do that. There we go. Alright. Alright, so we have two equations in standard form now. And we have to decide what we want to get rid of. I think we got rid of the x's last time, so we're going to get rid of the y's here. Choose yellow, why not? So, I need to do some multiplying. Since I want to get rid of the y's, I take this 7 right here. I know it's negative, but I'm just going to make it positive for now. I take the 6 right there, just flip-flop, right? If I take 7 times negative 6y, that's going to give me negative 42y. If I take 6 times negative 7y, it's going to give me negative 42y. I don't want them both to be negative, so I either have to make the 7 negative or the 6 negative. I'm going to make the 6 negative, only because that's what I feel like doing, for no other reason than I feel like it. Alright, so let's distribute through here. Let's see, we have negative 28x, negative 42y equals, alright, little mental math here, 140 and 14 is negative 154. Don't use a calculator, do it in your head. Negative 6 times negative 7x is 42x plus 42y equals 60 and 24 is 84. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, we'll keep going. So let's see here. We have 42x and negative 28x. We're adding. Okay, so that's 24 x's, I believe. Yes. 40. Is that right? 12 take away 8 is 4. No, it's not. It's 14x. My fault. Let me erase that. Where's my back button on this thing? Oop, there it is. Doink, 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 doink. Whoops, that didn't work. What did I just erase? Let's go forward. Oh, I erased that. No biggie. Alright, so this is 14x. These are gone. Eliminated. Over here I have 4 take away 4 is 0. 15 take away 8. I messed something up, didn't I? 14 doesn't go into 70, or does it go in 5 times? No, it's going to work. Okay. Alright, so anyways, Let's see, I divide by 14. This is a very professional video, as you can tell. 14 goes into negative 70. I'm hoping it's 5. Let me do the math here off to the side. What am I doing? 14 times 5. 4 times 5 is 20. 5, 7. Alright, that works. Okay, so this is negative 5. Okay, I'm going to erase some stuff on here so that we can do the rest of this problem. Alright, we're back. I erased the stuff that was over here. So we take one of our original equations. We'll do this in a different color. Whoops, guess I need to pick my pen. Negative 4x plus 22 equals 6y. And we know what x is, so we'll fill that in. So we have 20 plus 22 equals 6y. What is that? 42 equals 6y. Y equals 7. Box it. And I'm going to stick my answer up in the corner here because I'm running out of room. Negative 5, 7 is my answer. Okay. If I wanted to check it, I could always plug in negative 5 for x and 7 in for y in both equations. Make sure, simplify both sides, make sure the left is equal to the right, and if it is, then I have the correct solution. Another disclaimer here, I have a limited window to work with, so my work is kind of smashed into one tight little area. Don't do that if you're doing your work on a piece of paper. Spread your work out, make sure I can read it all and it's legible. Alright, and besides that, maybe, what's Bob Barker say? Get your pet spayed or neutered.